Here is the mung bean sprouts I've grown myself for a little over 3 days. They're plump, white, and fresh. Most importantly, they're completely safe, chemical-free, and retain their full nutritional value. Today, I'll show you how to make mung bean sprouts using a few simple kitchen tools, saving costs while allowing you to harvest them quickly whenever you need. The most common problem when growing bean sprouts is that they often rot or become waterlogged. The main reason is excess water. When there's too much water, the roots grow too long, and the sprouts become fibrous and tough when eaten. This method is very simple. Anyone can do it. Let's get started. First, we need to prepare mung beans. This time, I'm using 200 grams of mung beans. When selecting beans, choose fresh ones for the highest germination rate. Avoid moldy or insect-damaged beans. Now, remove any broken, shriveled, or cracked beans, because these won't sprout and may rot, spreading to others and ruining the whole batch. This step is crucial to ensure the quality of your sprouts. Only keep intact beans. Make sure to sort them carefully. Once you've selected good beans, place them in a small bowl. Add enough water to cover them and rinse thoroughly. Wash 2 to 3 times until the water runs clear. Gently rub them with your hands to clean. Next, pour warm water, about 40 degrees Celsius, 104 degrees Fahrenheit, into the bowl to soak the mung beans. Water at this temperature won't affect germination, but will help the beans sprout faster and more evenly than using cold water. Now, soak the mung beans for 10 hours. After soaking for the required time, you'll see that the beans have split open and nearly doubled in size. Some may even have short sprouts emerging. Drain all the water. Since some beans have already sprouted, handle them gently to avoid breaking the sprouts. If a sprout breaks, it won't continue growing and may rot, which could spoil the entire batch. The tools for growing bean sprouts are very simple. You can use a pot or a basin, a stainless steel basket with small holes that fits inside the pot. Now, pour the beans into the basket. Don't pile the mung beans too thickly, as this can cause them to become waterlogged and sprout unevenly. Here, I'm dividing them into 2 baskets and spreading them out evenly. After soaking, transfer the beans into the basket right away. Don't leave them out for too long, because the beans will start sprouting, and some longer sprouts might break during handling. If too many sprouts are broken, there's a high chance the whole batch will spoil. Put the remaining beans into the second basket. If you see any beans that haven't expanded after soaking, remove them. Prepare a clean, dry cloth or towel to keep the mung beans from floating when soaked again. Make sure the pot, strainer, and cloth are all completely dry. Not a single drop of water. Any leftover moisture can cause long roots and make the sprouts easily rot, because the mung beans have already absorbed enough water. Now, cover the pot with a lid or tray to prevent the beans from being exposed to light. This helps stop photosynthesis and keeps the sprouts from turning green. Place the pot in a cool, well-ventilated area away from direct sunlight, and avoid places that are too hot or too cold. After 1 day of incubation, the beans have already started to sprout. Open the lid and pour water into the pot to give the sprouts their first drink. You can simply use tap water. Pour to completely cover the beans. Each day, water the sprouts 3 times, for about 5 to 10 minutes each time. If you're busy, twice a day is also fine. Note: when watering the sprouts, keep them in a dim place. Do not expose them to sunlight. Even if you're watering them indoors, it's best to cover the pot with a lid or tray to block out the light and slow down photosynthesis. After soaking the sprouts for the right amount of time, they will have absorbed enough water. At this point, lift the basket out and pour out the water from the pot, tilting the basket slightly to drain it completely so the sprouts don't become waterlogged. It's fine if a few drops remain. Just make sure there isn't too much water left. By the first day, The roots will have started to poke through the basket, so handle everything gently to avoid breaking them. Since the towel is now wet, remove it. If you see any sprouts sticking to the towel, carefully pick them off and return them to the basket. Then, wring it as dry as possible and remove any bean husks stuck to it. Place it back over the beans, cover the pot again, and continue incubating the sprouts. Here are the 2 batches of bean sprouts on the second day. The sprouts have grown longer. Now continue watering them and keep incubating for another 2 to 3 days. During the growth process, the sprouts generate heat, so when incubating, don't let the layer of beans be too thick, especially in hot weather. If the sprouts are kept too tightly covered or in a stuffy environment, the entire batch can easily rot or become waterlogged. Many people worry that the sprouts might dry out, so they line the bottom with a damp towel. But that's unnecessary, because the sprouts have already absorbed enough water. If the towel is damp or there is water underneath, the roots will grow strongly, especially with many roots to absorb water. In the following days, keep watering the sprouts 2 to 3 times daily, about 5 to 10 minutes each time. After watering, always place them back in the dark. On the third day, the 2 batches of sprouts look beautiful. They're white, plump, and evenly grown. At this stage, you can already start eating them. If you prefer, you can let them grow for 1 more day. If you plan to harvest them tomorrow, don't water them again today. Where are you watching from? Please leave a comment to let me know. After more than 3 days, the sprouts have grown much larger. Both batches are long, thick, and white. Absolutely beautiful. They have that distinct fresh, nutty aroma of Mung bean sprouts. When harvesting, remember that homemade sprouts have delicate roots that can break easily, so it's best to harvest only as much as you'll eat. Just place the entire strainer into a plastic bag, tie it tightly, and store it in the refrigerator to use gradually. Many people throw away the roots of the bean sprouts, but they're actually very nutritious, so don't discard them. Sprouts bought at the market may be convenient, but they're not as fresh or flavorful as homemade ones. It's nice to know that we see each other all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you can subscribe by clicking the subscribe button. It's great to see your support. Growing your own mung bean sprouts is much safer and far more economical. If you love bean sprouts, you should definitely give this method a try. The video ends here. If you have any comments, please leave a comment below. If you find the video interesting, please give me a like. Don't forget to share it with your relatives and friends. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. Goodbye. See you in the next video.